Welcome back. Syria's Deputy Prime Minister Kadri Jamil says the civil war has reached stalemate with neither side strong enough to win. He said at the proposed peace talks in Geneva that Damascus would call for a ceasefire with the armed opposition, adding that Russia's driven to a peace talk. Inkirukazebe completes the report.
Speaking to newsmen, Syrian Deputy Prime Minister said the Syrian economy has suffered catastrophic loss in the civil war that began in 2011, stating that more than 100,000 people have died in the conflict. Inkirukazebe reporting.
The Philippines and Taiwan are braced for Typhoon Usagi, which meteorologists say could become the most powerful typhoon of 2013. Weather officials say the typhoon was 560 kilometers east-southwest of Taiwan and 360 kilometers from the northern Philippines in the morning today. Both Taiwan and the Philippines have issued alerts and warned boats to exercise caution. The tropical storm hurricane is expected to hit China over the weekend. Philippine officials have issued storm warnings for flash flooding, landslides and storm surges for several northern provinces. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said emergency and health personnel in some provinces have also been placed on standby. In Mexico now, authorities say 97 people have been killed by storm that hit the country earlier in the week. Inkirukazebe reports that in the village of Pintanda, near the Pacific coast, a landslide partially engulfed the town.
The authorities says at least 15 bodies have been recovered and almost 70 residents are missing. Inkirukazebe reporting.
Meanwhile, in Colorado, the death toll from Hispanic flooding that hit Colorado last week has risen to 7 people as the state faces 10 oil spills caused by the deluge. According to reports, Colorado's oil agency said it was tracking 2 notable and 8 minor spills across the flood area. 3 other people are missing and presumed dead after a week of heavy rains were capped by lashing flooding. Residents in one town completely cut off by water were allowed back on Thursday for a short period of time under tight security. Evacuees in Leons were given just 2 hours to check on their homes and leave. At least 30 people were killed when suspected militants launched simultaneous attacks on military targets in southern Yemen. 2 car bombs reportedly exploded at a camp in Shabwa province, killing around 20 soldiers and wounding many others. In a second assault in the area, gunmen also shot 10 soldiers in the town of Mafia. The government is battling Al-Qaeda and the Arabian Peninsula militants who often target the military. A concealed bomb in one car exploded among a group of soldiers as the driver sought to enter the camp. The other explosion device was believed to have been detonated inside the camp. The group, which is based in Yemen, has been described by the United States as one of the world's most dangerous branches of Al-Qaeda. The group was formed in January 2009 when 2 Al-Qaeda offshoots in Yemen and Saudi Arabia merged. Led by former aide to Osama bin Laden, it has vowed to attack oil facilities, foreigners and security offices as it seeks to topple the Saudi monarchy and Yemen government and establish an Islamic caliphate. Members of a Washington, D.C. SWAT team, who the British Broadcasting Corporation has learned were ordered not to respond to Monday Navy Yard shootings, have yet to be contacted by the authorities. The Capitol Police Tactical Response Team was told by supervisor to leave the scene instead of aiding municipal officers. Meanwhile, the department has installed a new leader of the Elite Unite and no reason has been given for the decision. Last week, gunman Aaron Alexis killed 12 people. Alright, the world news up next is sport. Don't go away. Thanks for staying with us. Sports stories now. Kenya women volleyball queens coach David Lungaho has commended his players for exhibiting determination to retain the African Championship crown. Ehosa Agbolao reports the Kenya women volleyball team on Thursday night retained the African title with a 100% win record during this year's Africa Cup of Nations played at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. The Continental Volleyball Queens won all their 5 matches, losing a single set, defeating Senegal Algeria, Egypt, Cameroon and Tunisia to finish on top of the table standings. In the final match, Kenya defeated Tunisia by 3-0. Earlier in the competition, Kenya coach David said defeating Cameroon paved the way for their victory in the championship.
I'm happy for the way our players have played, especially in today's match. We were playing against a very tough Cameroon side, a team that came here knowing that they were going to win.
It wasn't easy at all for us, but we are happy. At least we did something today. So we are just hoping next time we will do better.
Cameroon finishing their competition in silver position. In tennis now, Andy Murray will undergo surgery on a long-standing back injury next week Monday and is likely to play again this season. The 26-year-old has a problem in his lower back and is set to miss this year's remaining tour events, including November's World Tour Finals in London. The injury flared up in May, forcing him to withdraw from the French Open. He returned to become Britain's first male Wimbledon singles champion since 1936, but struggled on the hard courts and lost in the US Open quarterfinals. In 2012, Andy Murray had pain-killing injections before the French Open and withdrew from this year's Rome Masters midway through a match against Marseille. Hi, TV World News here again at the top stories making news around the world. Syria's Deputy Prime Minister Kadri Jamil says the civil war has reached stalemate with neither side strong enough to win. We also brought you the report that at least 30 people were killed when suspected militants launched simultaneous attacks on military targets in southern Yemen. And Mexico authorities say 97 people have been killed by storm that hit the country earlier in the week. On behalf of the news producer in Kiruka Izabe, I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Do have a great day.